Well, you're the Dick Clark of video games, aren't you?
Okay, I hope so. Cause yeah, sure.
You were at LucasArts since like what, 86, 87 or something?
Basically the 90s.
90s?
All of the 90s.
I was just curious, did you have a favorite Sierra adventure game?
I hadn't played too many of them.
Okay.
The only ones I really played was Camelot.
Camelot, Conquest, or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And people played them in the office, and I watched them being played a lot. But we always wanted to make, those games really did really well, and we were always trying to sell as many as they did, but we could never catch up with King's Quest.
Did it ever feel like there was like a Marvel versus DC thing kind of going on?
It was kind of like, maybe we thought that competition, but I don't think they were aware of the competition.
Okay. I was curious though, so you did a lot of work on Day of the Tentacle, right? You were one of the main leads.
Yeah, Dave Grossman and I were the project leaders of that.
I'm just curious, having, been so involved with that game, what do you think of when you see something like this?
Why doesn't the purple girl have sleeves? Because Purple Tentacle has arms. So that's the technical inaccuracies of that is the first thing I noticed. But there's that spirit in their posing that I figure they kind of compensate for that.
Have you ever judged cosplay?
Judge, no.
Like officially?
I think,
not just
Home
Alone.
Good. I got chills.
Judging them.
And cosplay is so. That's when everything gets surreal, because like there's this moment where like a character doesn't exist, and then you have an idea, and then you make it. Then like a character is created, and then one day you're seeing someone standing there as the character, and then it just feels really weird, because if you like thought up a character and then it's like materialized, it's like this crazy 3D printer in this weird way. Like you think of an idea, and okay, someone is standing there dressed as Raz with goggles on and stuff like that. It's the ultimate compliment. It's the greatest thing. If you made a game that someone cosplays, you feel just so good, because you're like, oh my god, I can't believe you. Either you related to that character, or you thought that you'd look good in that costume. I can't tell. But you liked me. Hopefully, I take it as they like the game.
That's awesome.
It's just amazing. You feel like crying. You're like, you guys look so beautiful. Can I take you a hug?
So, you brought it.
Ask a long question, because I'm going to eat a big piece of cake right here.
Well, I'll do a short question, and then I'll do a longer one. Do you guys have the rights to Costume Quest then? They're back with you. Okay, then where's my sequel?
Every year
I want to wear costumes.
Did you
and play the
fan?
cutest game ever?
Did you like that game?
I love that
Let's talk
game.
about how much you like that game.
I love
for a while.
Game. It's one of those games. It's just so specific in what it wanted to be.
Yeah, I think.
And it came across so well. And it's just fun. It's cute. You guys make games that are like, you start them and you're like, this is a Double Fine game. And I know that's weird to say, but like a lot of people don't have a identity, and it's just, you start a Double Fine game and within 5 minutes you're like, yep, I'm in love with this and I don't want to stop playing.
That's nice to hear. That's a very important thing, I think. I think all developers, like, you should, when you play one of their games, you should feel like this could only have been made by this developer, because this got all, whatever it is, whether it's a shooter or anything.
Right.
Because a lot of games are just made by for a lot of people are involved, and a lot of people can just veto things about the game. You just kind of get all the edges rubbed off, and it becomes a smooth, kind of shapeless kind of thing that could have been made by any developer.
And also, when you get, a game that has a $50-60 million budget, you have to get the biggest audience possible, right?
You have to prove that you're not going to alienate anyone.
You have to get everyone in. You have to have every mode that every person wants to play.
Risk mitigation is what you're talking about.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun words.
But I liked, the team, because I didn't work on the team, although I helped with the dialogue on Costume Quest, but I didn't realize it until I watched It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Have you seen that recently? And I just had all these memories of watching that when I was a kid, and just like, oh my god, they really, I think, captured that feeling of that like Halloween.
It just
feels
like it's like an interactive special, and that's what I liked about it so much.
It was special.
And
thank you for playing.
I would like a sequel.
I hope to make one for you someday.
I'll make you another cake.
If there's cake in it, we can announce it right now.
You make me a sequel. I'll make you as many cakes as you want.
What, did you play Walking Dead? Did you?
Yeah,
were you surprised with the success of that? Obviously Telltale's been around for a while, but Walking Dead kind of, I think, took everyone by surprise.
It's so different than, it's really different than a traditional adventure game.
Minimal?
It's more about choices than puzzles, you know what I mean? I would love to know scientifically what the secret was that made people, was it a really strong license, or was it that the people love choice in games, and that's the important thing, or was it both? It had to be both. So they've done that Wolf game, and that I think is doing really well too. So that
the first episode of Fables or Wolf Among Us is really good.
They hit when the iron was hot, though, right? With Walking Dead on TV was huge.
Zombies
was huge.
I think they're cold-blooded. I think they're very not warm. They're about the temperature of this delicious cake. And the same color.
Zombie cake.
What?
But I also enjoy like the modern adventure games like Kentucky Route Zero, and they also did a lot of interesting stuff with really stylized 2D art, which is really neat to see, and stuff like Mechanarium and the other games that studio makes.
Are you playing the new consoles? What are you thinking so far? Are you having fun experiences?
Well, it's hard because my daughter, I have a daughter, she's now turning 5, and as soon as we start talking about kids, he's like, oh god, it's gonna be.
I just want to make sure you catch your flight.
Pictures of these kids coming out.
You got to make sure you get back to your children.
I've actually been playing a lot of games I can play with her.
Okay.
Because she's now starting to get really interested and can handle doing a double jump and stuff like that. So we're playing a lot of Super Mario 3D Land, Super Mario 3D World, and she loves that because the first one she can play is Peach, which is great, very important to her.
Yep.
And it's amazing how you can play that game with a 5-year-old and me, and I'm just trying to like get the green stars, and if she sees like an enemy covered in flame or anything that kind of scares her, she just bubbles up and just bloop, and then I'm just dragging her through the level, and then she drops again when things are more chill, and she finds a kitty cat suit she can put on. So it's like to design a game that works with two people of such massively different ages, because I'm 73, as you pointed out. I think that's an amazing accomplishment. So we've been playing a lot of like Wii U.
Nice.
Yeah. And also, she really likes Disney Infinity also. So basically, I'm not in charge of my household gaming choices anymore, is what I'm saying. My daughter is choosing them. So it's any game that has the characters from Frozen in it and Mario.
Have you been seeing any of the movies? You mentioned Frozen. She hit the theater for that.
That song was stuck in my head for a long time. We saw American Hustle. That was awesome. Yeah.
What'd your daughter think?
Oh, she called the ending way before. She was crazy. She was like, "Oh, this is a con," and I was like, "Really? No." And she's too smart for me.
What have you watched late, or what, TV, movies,
No, it's a weird thing
books?
is that I went into this hole where I saw the first Hobbit and it made me want to read the book again.
Okay.
And then I ended up realizing I never read the Lord of the Rings, so I ended up reading the entire Lord of the Rings thing. And then I got obsessed with like the old paperbacks from my childhood. Did you have it? Did you read it? Did you ever see that gold box? I gotta look at the guy my age over there. The gold box. So the gold box paperbacks, and my older brothers had this crazy mural with all these demons on it, and I've been like hacking them down on eBay. It's like I gotta get these, and then there was like, there's an unauthorized paperback version by Ace Publishing that was made without Tolkien's permission. It's like I gotta get those, and it's like it took me out of playing video games, watching movies, and anything. I just became obsessed with
book collecting.
So have you seen the second Hobbit then?
No, I gotta get a sitter.
We'll fly up. Ryan and I will fly up.
Okay.
I'll bring a cake.
Will you play Mario with my daughter?
I'm in.
I get to be Toad.
Oh, Toad, he's the fastest, right?
I don't like Luigi that much.
Luigi flies the best, right?
He has a weird floaty jump.
Your Luigi is over.
No, I think Nintendo extended it.
That's bullshit.
What do you mean?
It's years of Luigi. You can't just call something year of and then make it 2 years.
I think they're
You can't just change
Which
the
year was
rules.
the year of Luigi?
Last year was the year of
when
Luigi.
the Ghost, when the Mansion game came out? Is that
yeah,
right?
and then they did new Luigi Brothers U.
They did that DLC.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
can't just change things like that.
Well, thank you for stopping by, good sir. Thank you for playing.
I thought we were gonna talk until the cake was gone.
We keep going.
Okay. All right.